Hello everyone, it's been a long time between videos, but today I am dyeing the new ink In Colours 2021 with a mixture of rubbing alcohol, isocol is what we call it in Sydney, Australia, and re-inkers. Now I've already made up 4 of the new In Colours, so we've got Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and right now I'm going to do the Misty Moonlight. So, excuse me, sorry about my cough. I haven't been very well and it's not COVID. I have been diagnosed with a heart condition, so just bear with me if I cough. I do apologise. So what I do is I get some cheap Glad bags, Ziploc bags. I've made this up with the rubbing alcohol and approximately 20 drops of the re-inkers. Now, depending on the pigment of each re-inker, you can adjust it to a little bit more or a little bit less, but I found 20 is great. And with the new re-inkers, they're a lot thicker than the original formula, so I'm finding I don't need as many drops. So first off, I put spritz it, some of the mix into the bottom of the bag. Then I get my white ribbon. Now this is a fraction over 1 centimetre seam binding. Now I know we don't have this in the catalogue anymore, but we do have the narrow one, which has continued over, this one. And I haven't dyed any of that yet, but this time, but it does dye very well, so you can do that with this one. And what I then do, once I've stuffed that into there, now as you can see I've been dyeing a few this morning, I'll just swish it, push it around with some tweezers, give it a squish, and then I'll spritz some more in to make sure I get it nice and saturated. You'll probably go through about half a spritzer bottle full of the mixture. So you can see this, I am just in love with this blue, this Misty Moonlight. So I've used about 1/3 so far. Squish it around. Now if you find you've got some blobs like this, a bit of white, just use your tweezers and separate it a little bit. This is messy play. Under no illusions am I that I will not get messy, and this ink does come off probably, you know, when you wash your hair, it'll come off, it'll dilute with a bit of the rubbing alcohol. Now there's still a few little white splodges in there. I'll just add a little bit more. Make sure you've got it, the spray spraying in, because if you get this you'll look pretty good if you get this sprayed on your face. So you can see there's quite a bit in there. What I'm going to do, I'll just put the lid back on this, set that aside so you can see I've got my In Colours. And do try and stand them up when you store them, because after all my stuff has been in storage, I found some of them leaked and I've had to wash everything. And so what I'll do is I'll zip that up, I'll push some of the air out, then I'll just keep squishing it around like that to suck up all of that ink. And what I usually do once this is done is I have some, this is very old packing paper. I've got a box full of it, and I'm so glad I kept a lot of it because it's come in handy for packing. And it comes in handy for very messy play. You can use your grid paper, but I like my grid paper and I try to make it last. So this has been really good. Then, if you've got one of those big Teflon mats that they use in, or Teflon sheets that they use in quilting, you can use that, but you'll have to wash it every single time you've done another colour. So there we go. I've got that all nice and coated. Then the last thing I do is tip it out onto my scrap paper You don't have to keep these because they're a dime a dozen. And I just get the tweezers, and I will get my fingers a little bit dirty, and just lift it up. Then I will get my heat gun and I will heat set that. Now it'll probably go a little bit lighter as it dries, but I'll come back with some still photos and show you just how lovely all of these look in the new 2021 to 22 in colours. Thanks for watching.